welcome to The Positive Side on RVNTV. My name is Ann DeSantis and I'm your host. I am so blessed to have terrific guests today. They are people that I know. They're going to talk about their life, faith, and mission. Their names are Kathleen and Shawn Tobin. Welcome.
We're happy to be
Thanks,
here.
Ann.
Thank you so much for joining me. And they are with a group called Catholic Beads and More. And they supply items such as rosaries, jewelry, and other religious items. You can find them on CatholicBeadsandMore.com, but it starts with a K. So make sure that when you check it out online that you do that, and Catholic Beads and More. So thank you again for joining me.
It's great to be here, Ann.
And I wondered if you could just tell our viewers your story. And you have so much to tell us. You are people of faith. You know, we met actually at a conference because I'm the director for a Catholic foundation, the St. Raymond Donatus Foundation, and we were both exhibitors at a Catholic conference and got to know each other. So thought they'd be terrific guests to talk about their faith and their mission. So tell us about Shawn and Kathleen.
Okay, yeah, we're going on 5 years married this September the 5th. So basically, we kind of met in a funny way. So I was actually, about 44 and just getting a little frustrated because I felt in my heart I was supposed to be married. And it wasn't really looking good. It wasn't moving forward. But I went on this retreat and Benedictine retreat in California, and I met this priest who was actually from Mother Teresa's order. And I went through I feel like God's calling me to be married, and I'm getting really frustrated because I can't really find anybody. So he just told me one thing, and he said, I've done a lot of things as a priest, and all that really matters is every day you just give yourself up to God. And I felt this great peace. And within a month after that retreat, I met Kathleen.
Mm-hmm. When you shared that with me before, it just touched my heart because I know that you are people of deep faith, and you were relying on God. So it's amazing how God worked in that respect.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was funny because the way that we met was I saw this guy at Adoration, and I felt like I needed to talk to him. His name's Anthony. Okay. And then I invited him to the rosary group I was going, and basically through that relationship and her family, they knew each other. That's how we actually first came together. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was really neat. We were both praying. I didn't, I was in a really tough time in my own life at that point, and so I was actually just praying that if God wanted me to meet somebody, that He would bring the right person in my life, and then through family connections, everything literally just fell right into place. And just through prayer, through getting to know each other and everything, within a year we actually got married. So, and it's been a beautiful adventure, and everything. It's amazing. Sometimes you never imagine how your life's going to turn out. And then after we got married, actually, if I can just lead right in, even
Please.
To our company. After we got married, a year in, we actually had a miscarriage. So we have one baby, but the baby's in heaven.
Shawn William.
We named him Shawn William. Mm. And it's kind of hard. I really suffered a lot from that. But through a friend of ours up at the Divine Mercy Shrine in Stockbridge, we were visiting there, and he said he brought us to the Shrine of the Holy Innocents that they had just built at Stockbridge, and he said, "Why don't you come for a Rachel's Vineyard retreat?" And at that point, I'm actually going right into our company. We had just started making rosary bracelets. Mm. And I bought one in Canada.
For the family and friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought one in Canada, and I thought, you know what, I bet you I could make this, because I love crafts. So as we were praying, I was playing with it, and I thought, well, that was the beginning. After that, then went from one rosary bracelet to every color, styles, and then Shawn says, well, I think we should start a company. So the next step, we started a company, and in the meantime, we went to the Divine Mercy Shrine for Rachel's Vineyard retreat, because our priest friend said, you should go on the retreat because anyone who lost a baby can come and can pray and work through that loss on this retreat. And we said, well, Father, we had a miscarriage. We didn't know that people who had miscarriages could go on this retreat. And he said, this is for anyone who suffers from pregnancy loss, meaning yourself or even maybe your grandchild or a sibling or something. So anyone can go who's grieving the loss of a baby. So I didn't really want to go because I knew it would be very heart-wrenching because it was such a suffering for me. Shawn knew it was nothing.
Yeah, I knew in my heart that we had to go.
And we did, and it was amazing. The other ladies in our group came from very, very difficult situations, but the transformation we saw from the very beginning of the weekend to the end was amazing. The people, they were very nervous. They were
it's a wonderful organization.
It's a
yeah,
wonderful
Rachel's
organization.
been, yeah, it's great.
And we didn't even know a lot about it till we experienced it ourselves. And it provides healing not just from the loss of our child, but everything in your life that leads up to it and your present time. So basically, it's a lifelong healing. And it's the beginning of a new chapter for a lot of people.
It helped us to actually start beginning to talk about our baby because, like, you know, as men, like, you're just like, for me at least, and a lot of men, we just try and focus on the good thing, you just move forward in life. So I was just like, okay, we know our baby's in heaven. You know, he'll be there when we get to heaven. We'll get to be with him. But I never actually let myself mourn or be sad. Kathleen had already been mourning from the very beginning and crying and everything. But when I went to the, Rachel's Vineyards, basically retreat, I started to be able to actually start to mourn. So that was like the beginning.
And it helped our relationship
exactly.
too, because sometimes when you're in pain, you want to close yourself off. You know, you don't want to, but just by defense, you do. And then that retreat enabled us to see where the other person was at, and then also with the other people who were mourning the loss of their babies, we processed. It was a very, very amazing experience. So through that gave us the mission, part of the mission behind our company, because we were making these rosary bracelets. We had a company, but we're like, you know, you need a kind of a heart to it. You know, of course, we wanted to promote devotion to the Blessed Mother, which is like my heart.
I know.
I love Our Lady, and I love the miraculous medal. And anyone who gets a miraculous medal, like St. Maximilian Kolbe says, if you give someone a miraculous medal, even if they just accept it, you never have to worry about them again. They're in Our Lady's hands. And he used to call it the silver bullet. Like, people have had miracles, through like people had physical ones, like one guy got shot hunting, but he was wearing a miraculous medal and the bullet bounced off of it, saved his life. Other people have had spiritual conversions, so I just knew.
I have mine on.
All right, good job.
I got mine on today. It was a bracelet. And the thing is, and she protects you spiritually, just amazing things. So if people like purple, if they like green, whatever it is, if they want to wear a necklace, earrings, we have the miraculous medal in tons of different ways. And then that's the mission behind it too, is we started giving bracelets to Rachel's Vineyard participants where we went. Because at the end, they give a little care package.
Do they?
Christmas,
yeah,
like
exactly.
everyone gets a little bag and
little rosaries, music, prayer shawls, holy water,
pillows,
all kinds of different things to help you in your
Thank
journey.
you for doing that. And just to tell our viewers, you check out Rachel's Vineyard, because you work with them, and you want to tell our viewers what they do, because I know that they have a gamut of, I didn't realize that they also help people after miscarriage. So
they do. They offer retreats, and they're offered nationally. I don't know about internationally, but for sure nationally. You can look up Rachel's Vineyard on online. And it's a retreat weekend offered to any person, man, woman, father, mother, grandparent, anybody who's lost a baby.
It's not just for women that had abortions.
It's for everyone. And it's so healing, it's so beautiful. And you literally have you have a little family. You go through the most intimate time of your life with these people who started out as strangers, but who you travel through the journey with such love. And people who have been on Rachel's Vineyard, they are the ones that are part of the team that guides the retreat, along with a priest. There's a priest, and you have the sacraments. It's for any religion. It doesn't have to be Catholic or Christian, any faith or no faith. Whatever you are.
It's very open then.
It's very open.
Exactly.
It's very healing. And you just experience, like, in a very loving setting, from the food to the people to the different exercises they do. Everything is so beautiful. And like I said, you just see the transformation. You feel it in yourself, great healing. But you also just see their faces on Sunday are radiant. Like I cried for 3 days straight, for myself, for everyone else. Like, you just are just so close to these people that you didn't even know before Friday, you know?
So that kind of like also gave us one thing to do as part of like Catholic Beads and More, is that like I had been praying for men and women not to kill their babies, to have abortions for years, but I never once prayed for men and women that have gone through to be healed in their hearts. So when we saw them that weekend, these women, I was the only man there besides the other participants, but they had been through like so much pain, and it was like 20, 30 years like before they could even begin to deal with it. So like we're just really encouraging people to pray for men and women that had abortions, because, or any type of pregnancy loss, because it's severely damaging to their hearts and souls.
Thank you for sharing that. It's so important. Now we will have to take a break in just a couple minutes. So once again, check it out online if you want to see the great work they're doing. It's Catholic Beads and More with a K.com. Check it out. Maybe when we come back from the commercial break, you can have that phone out and check out some of the beautiful jewelry and rosaries. We'll be right back.
Boardwalks built for fun. Legendary rock and roll clubs.
This is how we do it. Hippity hop.
Casinos by the ocean.
Hippity hop.
Now that's New Jersey. 130 miles of beautiful beaches. Solid rock. And everything in between.
Look in the window.
Now that's New Jersey.
Burlington County College.
Is now Rowan College of Burlington County.
Still the same great faculty.
At a community college ranked top 50 in the nation.
Basically, we earn more and pay less.
RCBC students are accepted at Rowan University after graduation.
And get a bachelor's degree for around $30,000.
Online and Mount Laurel students get a 15% Rowan University tuition discount.
And have many scholarship opportunities.
So you earn more and pay even less.
Rowan College of Burlington County.
Your path to success.
They are the greatest fighting force the world has ever seen. But what does it take to strengthen our service members? What does it take to let them know that we stand behind them, wherever they are?
Hi, welcome back to The Positive Side and DeSantis again with Shawn and Kathleen Tobin. As I mentioned before, they are with CatholicBeadsandMore.com, and they are people of faith. We're going to talk about, again, their life, faith, and mission, as we often do on The Positive Side. Now, I know that we're in a climate right now within the church, you know, we're all Catholic here right now, the three of us, where there is some doubt, and people of faith all over the world. There's a lot of doubt, a lot of challenges. I know that the two of you have gone through some challenges. I wondered if you could share on that.
Sure, Ann, yeah. Before Shawn and I met, I was actually in a religious community for many years. I'd been a religious sister, and it was a very, very beautiful experience, but it ended up being extremely traumatic. You know, you hear everything in the news, well, a lot of things in the news, but what we went through in our own order was firsthand, with a lot of trauma. The order no longer exists. So that basically my faith was shaken to the core. I mean, I was actually destroyed from the experience. But you know, in the end, as I was discerning, you know, God, what do I do with my life? What do I do with my faith? What do I do about my religious vocation? All these different things. It was very God's grace never left me. I mean, I think He knew what I was going through. He never abandoned me. And it was very tempting to jump ship. I have to confess. Like, I just want to get the heck out and say, that's it. Done with religious life, done with the church, done with everything. But then I thought, you know what? I didn't enter religious life for any type of, you know, I don't know, worldly reasons, really. I felt called to enter by Jesus. And then when all this went down, I thought, you know what, I'm not going to jump ship. I follow Jesus in. I'm going to follow His call and wait until He guides me for the next step. Well, He called me out. I did what I needed to do. I finished whatever mission it was I was supposed to finish, had a wonderful confessor, and I stayed in the Catholic faith, because no matter where you go, like, I mean, whatever faith you're in, no faith, always human people.
Yes,
And
I know you and I
one's
have discussed that.
perfect. Yes. You know, you can't change another religion. Everyone is human. So wherever you go,
That's
you're going
right.
to find great people. For example, Mother Teresa's, and then you're going to find lots of examples that we see on the news. You know, so
Hate to laugh, but yeah, no,
it's
that's a
true.
good point.
Though,
So
yeah.
you're going to find good and bad everywhere. And I thought, you know what, I'm in this, and I said, you know what, I'm in it for him, the way, the truth, and the life, and I'm going to keep following him and stay on course, and then he'll lead me to where. Well, anyway, he led me to Shawn. We got married and everything too. And the big thing was just like people like, oh, this Catholic church and this and that. You can look at any church and find scandals.
I agree.
You know what? And
Yes.
you can either jump ship, or what's my call in it? What is God asking of me? You could stay and be part of the solution. You could stay and help to fix
love
it.
that.
You know, and the thing is, there's so much beauty in it. Everything, the world is topsy-turvy right now, but there's so much beauty in the faith and in the church, and so many people are starving for faith. They're starving for God. They're starving
That's
for
true.
love.
Absolutely.
You know, where can I be part of the solution?
I love that. Thank you for using that word, because it is the positive side. And, you know, I've had lots of different topics on this show, and faith is always one of my favorites because, you know, everybody knows, I think, that watches this show, I'm a person of faith. So, and I don't make that unknown. So, you know, I love what you're saying, because you were in one of those places where some of our viewers who might be watching feeling very disconnected from the church. But when you look at people like
I always say,
Shawn and Kathleen,
very angry, and it's amazing that she
Angry.
actually stayed with it, because she was so angry when I
Still
first
working
met
through
her. Yeah.
issues, I have
Exactly.
to say, till
Yeah.
today. Lots of pain. But you know what, though? God's brought such beautiful people into my life that give me hope, you know? And even in the conversation that we had, too, you know, like you said, when I went, I'll tell you one thing, because when you said your show was a positive side, I thought, that's exactly it, because that's part of our ministry that we're still kind of working on. It's called
Right,
Turn
we're
It
trying
Around.
to exactly.
oh,
And that's
Yeah.
love to hear about that.
Yeah. So what it is, you know, the priest I went to after Shawn and I were married. Every
Father
year,
James.
We go once a year to a retreat
Berryville,
house.
it's a Trappist retreat
Oh,
house
okay.
in
Virginia.
Virginia.
It's wonderful. And we meet with the priest, and he says, it's like kind of like my life check. Once
Spiritual
a year,
direction.
You know? And he said, okay, now all these negative things that have happened in your life, now you take them and turn them all into positive. Turn them
Love
all
it.
into good changes. And there you go, turn it around. And that's like our ministry aspect, which we're still working on the fine tuning of it, how to get off the ground, you know, and
But we did start one thing. We started a little prayer group
That's right,
on
yeah.
Facebook, Sister Lucia dos Santos. So we're trying to get people to pray the rosary and pray for priests and religious, because
Oh, yes.
well, my wife knows the pain of that agony when people are people, and, you know, abuse, and, well, I don't even want to say all the things, but basically we need to pray for them, because there's, I don't know, do you know how many priests there are versus lay people? If we don't pray for the priests, they're missing out on all these graces.
right.
Yes,
And
thank
we-
you for that reminder for our viewers. Everyone needs prayer, especially our religious and our the clergy.
And the
So,
ones that are faithful too, that, you know, that are seeing, they're in so much pain themselves.
yes.
You know, you give your life up to God, and you're serious about your call. And yes, priests and religious are given more grace, and people do have a right to expect a better example from them, because you have the prayer life, you've got the graces, you've got the community in a healthy community. But also now they have the pain of seeing other priests and religious that have not been faithful, and people sometimes look at them like, oh, are you one of them?
They do.
And that's
Yes,
not
I know
fair,
that.
because they suffer very much, and we need to pray for all priests and religious, those who have gone through bad things and those who are just staying faithful, staying on course, and basically sometimes suffering a martyrdom, you know, because
It's
they're
true.
doing very beautiful things, but it's a tough time right now. So,
I appreciate you sharing that, because I know that it's a painful topic, but as you said, the Turn It Around Ministries, hey, that is the positive
I'm
side.
excited. I know.
I say it all the time on this show. Just we talk about life, faith, and mission. So going back to mission, now you've taken all of this and you made Catholic beads and more.
Right.
So what's that like for you on a day-to-day basis? You know, meeting all these great people and creating beautiful pieces of jewelry and rosaries.
It's nice. It's creative. I'm learning a lot of business things, because as a physical therapist, I know medical things, but now I'm learning business, internet, have to get moving on Etsy. We're going to have a little store on Etsy too.
That's good.
Yeah, because we do most of our sales and interactions and things like that at conferences where we met you.
Yeah, it's great going to
And,
the conferences.
it
There's
is.
a lot of people we get to talk to, and helps every time we talk to people. It helps us grow in our faith. It's like it's always back and forth.
Amazing stories.
It's not
I know.
like
I love the day that I met you. That really was the highlight of my day when we met at a conference, a Catholic conference, and we both had our exhibitor tables there.
Right across from each other.
Right across from each other.
That was fun.
So
Yeah.
hope we can do that again.
Exactly.
Sounds good, yeah.
Sounds great.
And also now, Shawn and Kathleen. So Shawn is a nutritionist as well.
Yep, I've worked in the field for over 20 years. That's what I do full time. I'm going to school, and then whenever I can help out, I help out with all the Catholic Beads and More. So Kathleen's the main face of Catholic Beads and More.
Sean's kind of like the business administrator.
Okay.
He's really good.
Exactly.
And then he tips in to make some products with me. He likes to help out for the men's rosaries. Yeah.
So tell us about some of the products for people who are watching. I know you have the bracelets, you have earrings.
We have rosary bracelets. We have earrings. Kind of Celtic crosses, different things. We have stretch rosaries now, stretch bracelets. We also have different necklaces, and we're getting into different products to help people
Grow in their
also grow
faith.
in their faith. Exactly. So
Trying
that's
to
kind
get
of the
different
more.
books and yeah.
Excellent.
It gives us room to grow.
Thank you. Now we do have to end the show, so if there's anything else that you wanted to share with our viewers, any contact information.
Okay. You can find us at CatholicBeadsandMore.com with a K, and we are always increasing our product online and in person. We bring different items. Please call us or contact us by email if you have anything, even custom, that you'd like for us to make. And if you have any prayer intentions too, please contact us by email. We have a prayer group online that we'd love to pray for your intentions.
Yeah, that's
I'll definitely
on
be in touch.
Facebook. It's Sister Lucia dos Santos is the
Prayer group.
is the group. So if you go to Catholic Beads and More, we have a page. If you can like us, we can add you to the group. And we'd love one of the things that we do is we always say we love to pray for people. And we do, and we know prayer changes everything, and that's one of the things that we really believe. So please get a hold of us, because we want to help change your lives through prayer. Also.
Thank you for joining me,
Thank you.
Shawn and Kathleen Tobin. It was such a pleasure. Come back again to the positive side.
Thanks, Ann.
It was our pleasure too. Thanks.
And we will see you next time.